Why reading is one of the easiest ways to learn English. Learning a new language can feel overwhelming, especially when you are unsure where to begin. Many learners jump directly into grammar exercises or attempt to memorize long lists of vocabulary, only to find themselves discouraged. However, one of the simplest, most enjoyable and most natural methods of improving your English is reading. Whether you choose short stories, full-length novels, online articles, or educational books, reading offers a gentle and immersive path toward mastering the language without pressure or stress. A natural way to absorb vocabulary. One of the biggest advantages of reading is the opportunity to absorb new vocabulary effortlessly. Instead of memorizing words in isolation, you encounter them in meaningful contexts, sentences, dialogues, and descriptions that show you how the words function in real situations. This makes vocabulary stick more effectively in your memory. When you read a chapter of a story, for example, you see words repeated in different forms and settings. Over time, you begin to understand them automatically, without needing translation. This natural repetition is one of the reasons reading is considered an easy and powerful learning tool. To improving grammar without studying rules. Grammar is often the most intimidating part of learning English. Many learners spend hours trying to understand complicated rules, but still struggle to use them correctly in conversation. Reading solves this problem by exposing you to correct grammar structures over and over again. When you read a well-written book, your brain starts noticing patterns, how sentences are formed, how verbs are used, and how adjectives describe nouns. This exposure trains your mind to feel correct grammar, even if you cannot explain the rules. Over time, you begin to form sentences naturally, just as native speakers do, building stronger listening and speaking skills. While reading is a silent activity, its benefits extend far beyond the written page. When you read regularly, you develop a stronger sense of rhythm, tone, and natural language flow. This helps you when listening to English audio or speaking with others. You begin to recognize common expressions, natural sentence structures, and everyday conversational phrases. Many learners notice that after reading consistently for a few months, they understand spoken English more easily. Their speaking improves as well because they have absorbed a large number of ready-to-use expressions from stories, books, and articles. Reading stories makes learning enjoyable. Stories are one of the easiest and most enjoyable ways to start reading in English. You do not have to force yourself or treat it like homework. When the plot is interesting, you naturally want to continue reading. This motivation helps you keep learning without realizing it. Short stories are especially helpful for beginners because they are simple, engaging, and easy to finish. As you progress, you can move on to longer novels and more complex literature. Reading stories also helps you understand cultural references, humor, emotions, and real-life situations, things that textbooks often cannot teach. Books that match your level. Another reason reading is so effective is that you can choose materials that match your current level. If you are a beginner, you can start with graded readers, books written with simple vocabulary and grammar. These allow you to read without frustration while still learning something new. Intermediate learners can explore young adult fiction, biographies, and simplified classics. Advanced learners can challenge themselves with full novels, academic texts, or professional books. Having complete control over the difficulty level makes reading one of the most flexible learning methods. Developing personal learning habits. Reading encourages strong personal learning habits because you can do it at your own pace, anytime and anywhere. You do not need a teacher or a classroom. You only need a book, an e-reader, or even an online article. This independence helps learners stay consistent, which is one of the most important factors in language learning. Even reading for 10 or 15 minutes a day can lead to significant improvement over time. Unlike many other learning methods, reading fits easily into daily life. While traveling, during breaks or before sleeping, exposure to different writing styles. English is a global language with many styles, tones, and registers. Reading exposes you to all of them. You can read a newspaper to learn formal writing, a novel to experience creative expression, or an online blog to understand conversational English. Each type of writing teaches you something different. This variety helps you become a more flexible and confident communicator. When you encounter new situations, writing an email, giving a presentation, or having a casual chat, you are likely to remember similar examples from the texts you have read. Enhancing imagination and memory. Reading is not only educational, but also enriching for the mind. When you read, you visualize scenes, imagine characters, and emotionally connect with events. This mental engagement strengthens your memory and helps you retain language more effectively. Studies often show that learners who enjoy what they read remember vocabulary better than those who rely solely on mechanical memorization. The imagination acts like a natural memory tool, and reading provides a perfect opportunity for this mental exercise. Why reading is ideal for self-learners. For learners who prefer studying independently, reading is the perfect tool. It requires no special equipment and no fixed schedule. You can read as much or as little as you want. You can repeat a paragraph, take notes, or look up new words without any pressure. If you use digital books, you can tap on any word to see its definition instantly, making reading even easier. This freedom makes reading one of the most accessible learning strategies for people with busy schedules or limited access to formal education. Conclusion. Reading is one of the easiest, most enjoyable, and most effective ways to learn English. It helps you absorb vocabulary naturally, understand grammar without stress, and develop stronger listening and speaking skills. Whether you choose short stories, novels, educational books, or online articles, reading offers a flexible and immersive learning experience that fits your daily life. With consistent practice and the right materials, you can make impressive progress and enjoy every step of the journey. Before we finish, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Your support really means a lot to me and helps me keep creating better content for you. Remember, to see real results, try listening to this video more than once. Each time you'll learn a little more and improve faster. Your likes, comments, and subscriptions give me the motivation to keep going. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for the next video. See you soon.